Alrighty friends, this is the cardigan that we're gonna attempt to make today. When did I post this? July 8th, 2017 and today is July 9th of 2018, so I made this a year ago. So yep, this is in fall colors and I still have it. I just have never had a chance to wear it, but I have a lot of navy blue clothes and I have a lot of light blue clothes. So for the main color I will be using the Stitch Studio by Nicole Storybook Lullaby in Robin Egg. There is the color and the lot number if you need. It's a solid color. Here are the specifications of the yarn. You can visit acmore.com for patterns. They do not sell their yarn online yet. I hope maybe they will start. But yeah, this is the yarn. Since I'm just starting the project, I don't know how many skeins of this yarn I'm gonna use. I will try to remember to mention it after I finish the project, and just watch the intro in full and the outro in full. I will definitely make sure to tell you how many skeins I used. For size small I wear 4 to 6, but I would say more closer to 6 than to 4. Alright, let's begin. I might crochet nicely, I am, but I don't draw nicely, so bear with me here. Our cardigan is going to be worked from, we're going to be working on a side, not like usually we start from the bottom up. We're going to be working from one side to another. So like right here I have this person in a facing me, and this is facing on the side. So you will decide how long you want your cardigan to be. That's the first thing what you want to do, is decide how long you want it to be, because you are not going to be able to adjust the length afterwards. I mean, you can, but it's not going to look neat. So let's say I want my cardigan to be to the half of my hips, like somewhere here. How we're gonna be working is we will start from here and be working this way, and then turn the row and come back. So this is how we're gonna be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, until we reach the opening for the neck. Then we will not continue working anymore. We will be working this way, and when we will finish the neckline opening, we will add more and start working and finish it this way. So the measurement that you are gonna need is the length of your project. This is the whole length. So if I would fold it, the front part will be here at the front, and this way you're gonna have a cardigan. Let me color them. Right, if I fold it, I'm gonna chain an amount of chains that from the back to the front is gonna be the full length of my cardigan, and I'm just gonna be adding rows until I reach the neckline opening. Depends how wide I want it in the back. Usually it's the length of your the width of your neck, and we'll make shorter rows, and then I'll show you how to expand this part, and then we will finish. These two are gonna be the same. Before we begin, the number of chains has to be divisible by 3. And even though the yarn requires a size 4mm hook, I will be using a 5mm hook just because I like it a little better. I made for my size, for the length of the project I want, 192 chains. We need to put a double crochet, 1 double crochet in each chain till the end of the row. The last chain is gonna be a part of the last double crochet. So we add 2 more chains, and the total of 3 gives us a double crochet. And then we put double crochets in each chain till the end of the row. And you will have to have like for me, I would have to have 192 double crochets. So you have to have the number of double crochets that equals to the number of chains. And there is my first row of double crochets. So the middle of this row, if you fold them in half, so the middle of the row is gonna be what is the shoulder seam. So now we are going to be working towards the neckline, and the width of the project will depend on you, really. Will depend how much you want of the project to hang over the shoulder, or you want it only on the shoulder. It's totally up to you, but let's move on to the second row. To begin the row, we will chain 3. That will count as a first double crochet plus chain 1. Then yarn over, skip 2 stitches, and into the third one, or into the next one, put a V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the same space. So it looks like a letter V, that's why it's called V-stitch. And till the end of the row, you're gonna be putting V-stitches. Yarn over, skip 2 stitches, a V-stitch into the next, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and one more time, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, V-stitch into the next, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all the way till the end, not till the very end. I will meet you like a couple of stitches before the end. And as I come to the end of the row, skip to put the last V-stitch, chain 1, yarn over, and put the last double crochet into the third chain from the beginning, and skip this 1 stitch that you have here. And this is what you have. Turn the work. Now we will make, I call them inverted V-stitches, or upside down V-stitches. So we'll chain 3, that will count as a double crochet, and add 2 more chains, so the total of 5. Now you will yarn over, insert the hook into the first leg of the V-stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over again, move to the second leg of the V-stitch, skip the chain 1, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. So now this is an inverted V-stitch. Now you're gonna chain 2 and move to the next V-stitch and repeat the same. Yarn over, insert the hook into the first leg of the V-stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops only, yarn over, insert the hook into the second leg of the V-stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. There we go. And one more time, chain 2, just like you had 2 stitches here at the base in between these V stitches, you will have 2 stitches here in between these 2 V stitches. So we're basically making a mirror reflection of the previous row. So chain 2 and move to the next V stitch, insert the hook into the first leg, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, insert the hook into the second leg, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all 3. And there we go. As I come to the end, I will chain 2, put the last inverted V-stitch into this V-stitch, and chain 2, put a double crochet into the third chain from the beginning of here, and This is the complete third row. After you've turned the work, you will repeat the second row. We will chain 4, the chain 3 counts as a double crochet, plus chain 1. And on top of the inverted V-stitch, you will put a regular V-stitch. So yarn over, basically skip the chain 2, and right here put a V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And we're not chaining in between anything. Yarn over and into the top of the next inverted V-stitch you put a regular V-stitch. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and repeat again. Move into the next inverted V-stitch, on top of it, into the tip of it, put double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all the way till the end of the row. And coming to the end of the row, I will put the last V-stitch on top of the upside down V-stitch, top of the last one, and I will chain 1 and put a double crochet into the third chain from the beginning, like so. Now I'm gonna turn the work, and I will repeat the row number 3, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put an upside down or inverted V-stitch. Unfinished double crochet, unfinished double crochet, and finish them. Then chain 2 and move to the next V-stitch into the first leg. So basically I'm repeating the same steps, not gonna be repeating myself. Chain 2, inverted V-stitch, and repeat the same till the end of the row. And to finish the row, I will chain 2 and put a double crochet into the third chain from the beginning. Now turn the work, and here is totally up to you. You can keep repeating row number 2 and number 3 for as many times as you want, or you can add a row of double crochets, and you can put them 1 double crochet into each stitch. So chain 3, that will count as a double crochet. Here we chained 2, so we need to put a double crochet in each chain. Then into the top of the inverted V-stitch or the upside down V-stitch, and then we had chain 2, so we put 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch or into each chain. And this way you are gonna have defined panels, but again it's totally up to you. And basically now what you are working on is this width of the panel. You're working the front and back, make it as wide as you want. As you can see, I have it here slightly off the shoulder, just made it wider than my actual shoulder, or you can make only the shoulder width. Totally up to you. Just add as many rows as you need, and I'll be back and show you how we are gonna make the back side of the cardigan. And this is one of the panels that I made, and for me it is 5 inches and 3/4 or 14.5 centimeters. Now, and by the way, try to finish with a row of double crochets. So basically I had 2 sections only for my shoulder. Now you're gonna fold your project in half, or if you want to, you can count the stitches and divide them by 2. So I folded in half and I put a stitch mark where the center or the half is. And now I will be crocheting all the way to the stitch marker and stop right here. And actually I will show you how to finish this row right here at the center of the work. And when you get to your stitch marker, you would like, of course, the edge to be straight. So I will finish just like I started right here. I chained 3, that counted as a double crochet plus chain 1. And I skipped 1 chain. I put a V-stitch just like in the previous rows. Here what I'm going to do is I already chained 1, skip the 2, and put a double crochet into where the stitch marker is, or into the middle. I had 192 chains, so this is my 96th. I divided 192 by 2, 96. This is the 96th chain. This is the exact middle, and I put a double crochet because I want, as I said, to be straight. Turn the work, and now you are gonna continue just like you did here at the very end. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3 count as a double crochet, and plus chain 2. And you are going to put an inverted V-stitch here. And chain 2, inverted V-stitch. And this will go till the end of the row. And then you're going to come back and add the sections, stopping right here. So this part, these sections are going to be as wide as your neck is. A quick check-in for those of you who want to count approximately how much yarn you're going to need. So for my size small, this little piece used 1 skein of yarn. And as far as I can see, I will need 3 skeins. I will definitely use 2. I'm not sure about the third one, but definitely will start the third one. So I think size is extra small, small, and probably medium will need 3 skeins of yarn. If you're medium, more towards size 10, and large and extra large, you are gonna need 4 skeins. And here is my back, the width of my neck. As I thought, I will need 2 sections, but when you do as many sections as you need, like section is between double crochets and the row double crochets and double crochets. What you're gonna do is you're gonna finish with the 4th row. So you had V-stitch, inverted V-stitch, V-stitch, inverted V-stitch. You will finish with the back side with the inverted V-stitch. So you finished with the inverted V-stitch, and now we need to chain the amount of chains to equal this front panel. So I had 192 minus 96, I need 96. Very logical, since this was the exact middle of the project. So I'm gonna go ahead and chain 96 more chains. So you finished here, you're not turning the work, you just add the amount of chains to equal this front panel. And there are my 96 chains. Now you will turn the work. Turn this 96 chains so the back side is facing you. So this is the 96th chain. I need to put 2 more chains, so this 3 chains will count as a double crochet. And you yarn over and put a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. And it's going to be a little difficult because you have the chain facing you from the back side. This is the front, this is the back. And what you're going to do is put double crochets in each chain, 1 double crochet in each chain until you reach here. And then As usual, you will put double crochet in each stitch and chain all the way till the end. And this way you will finish this section of 4 2 and 2 2 and 2 V stitches with your carry on with the pattern with double crochets. And out of pure curiosity, if you're wondering how I work into the back of the chain, I just grab these 2 loops, kind of go into the bottom of the chain. So yarn over, and you can, if you put it on your finger, you can see where to go. And this is what we have on the right side. These 2 hoops, you go underneath. $94, $95, and $96. Alright, there is what we have. There is my line of double crochets. And so if you can see the pattern, the double crochets are facing the right side, the wrong side, right side, wrong side, and now this is the right side. And this also looks like you've turned the work, which we actually did. And now I will be putting double crochets in each stitch and chain till the end of the row. And everything is gonna be seamless and is gonna look perfect. All the rows are turned the right way. And let me zoom you out and show you actually what it looks like now. So yeah, everything looks great. And now I'm just gonna be repeating the pattern. I'll go double crochet till the end of the row, turn, and then add. So I have total of 2 panels with V-stitch, inverted V-stitch, inverted double crochets, and so on. So I have 2 panels in the front and total of 6 panels in the back. So this is what I'm looking at right now. The size small, I'm still on my second skein. Because I finished here, I will turn the work and start the border at this corner, go up, go around the whole perimeter basically, and finish here. Do the bottom as well. And you can add, again, turn the work and then go backwards, and you can keep adding rows for as many times as you need, for as wide you want your panels to be. But keep in mind, when you fold these 2, like so, the border that you are gonna add on the side, it's gonna double on your waistline, and it's gonna be wide here. I would add maybe 1 or 2 and try it on, then again 1 or 2 and try it on, so it fits on the sides. And by the way, you can cut off the yarn and start with a different color, but because I want it to be a solid color and I have quite a few skeins of this yarn, I'm just gonna keep it the same color. And here is where I finished and I turned the work. Now, how you can add the border? You can either add rows of double crochets, plain double crochets in each stitch, go all the way around. Then you will have to add double crochets here, you know, and here, so all the way around. Or you can carry on the pattern and add, let's say, 2 rows only, put V-stitch, inverted V-stitch, and then double crochets for your border. Here on this one, as you can see, I just added 2 rows of double crochets, and I started right there and went all the way around on the perimeter. And this is what I meant when I said your border is gonna double, so it's gonna add up, and it's gonna be, instead of 2 on the sides, you're gonna have 4 rows of double crochets. But for this project, I want to kind of keep up with the pattern, and I will add 2 rows. Well, I will start with V-stitch. So chain 3 plus 1, skip 2, and a V-stitch. Skip 2, a V-stitch. Skip 2 and V-stitch into the next. And because this is all easy, I will let you do it, so you have to do it all the way around. When I come down to the bottom right here, I will meet you here in the corner and show you how to spread the V-stitches. If you are doing double crochets, you will get to the corner where you put your last double crochet here. Then you will add 2 more, so you have a total of 3 double crochets. That will help you make a curve. And then you will put 2 double crochets here, 2 double crochets here, 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets. So basically in each space you put 2 double crochets, and in the corner 3 again. 1 the last, plus 2 to make the curve, and carry on with double crochets on the inside. And when you come here, same 2 double crochets in each space, and here as well. So that's pretty easy. With the V-stitches, I will meet you here and show you what to do. And there I am at the end. So I'm going to chain 1 and put a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the beginning. And let's say you have put only double crochets. This is where you are right now. And I'm going to do exactly the same. Add 2 more double crochets into the same last stitch. And see how it formed that curve? So if you're double crocheting, you would put 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, and so on. And here, when you get to this corner, you will put 3 double crochets into the corner and carry on with the pattern. Then when you come all the way around, building your 2nd row of double crochets, or again 2nd row of V-stitches, you would put the last V-stitch here, chain 1, put double crochet on top of this double crochet, 3 double crochets into the middle one, again to form that curve, and a double crochet into the double crochet. So every time you get to the corner, you put 3 double crochets into the middle, into the corner of the previous row. Now I'm gonna chain 1 and put a V-stitch into this space if you're making V-stitches like me. Then I'm not chaining anything, and I keep putting V-stitches in each chain, in each space. V-stitch, like so. And the V-stitch into the next space. And moving into the next space. It's very easy. Here, when you get to the row with double crochets, you pull one of the double crochets and put a V-stitch in it. Or if you do put double crochets, you pull it again like this and put 2 double crochets. And carry on till the end. And the last V-stitch goes in here into the last double crochet. And try to keep everything symmetrical, exactly like you did here. So you would chain 1 and put 3 double crochets into this top chain right here. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, the actual curve formed by itself. Because they need space, they turned. And now if you're working double crochets, you put double crochets in each chain. For me, I'm gonna chain 1, skip 2, and start putting V-stitches. Skip 2, V-stitch. Skip 2, V-stitch. Now let's see what we have. Okay, so this is the border I worked on, and this is how the bottom looks like. Once you block it or iron it, it's gonna be straight. Yeah, and now I'm gonna be working upwards until I get to the neckline. I'll meet you here. And for those of you who are doing double crochets, go ahead and connect, skip 1 stitch right here and connect to this row with a slip stitch. Here I turned the work because I don't want to raise this part. All I'm gonna do is put single crochets here. So basically I would put 2 single crochets in each space or each opening. But what I like to do, you can totally put, you know, dive in and put 2 double crochets in each of them. What I like to do is kind of pick up 2 loops and put a single crochet into the loop, like so, and move to the next space, pick up 2 loops, and sometimes it's a little difficult to find them, and put 2 double crochets. If it's a struggle for you, just go underneath and put 2 double crochets in each space. In this way we are gonna get to the next side. That's gonna be our next panel. And here I completed the neckline. Last double crochet was here. So I'm gonna turn the work. And from now on you can start putting your double crochets. Skip this chain, just like we skipped the chain here. For me, I will skip a chain and start putting double crochets, V-stitches. You start putting double crochets if that's what you do. Okay, let's see now. So we started there, moved all the way here, went around, went up. You can see where I stopped. I will go down, go around this way. You already know how to work these parts. Just like here, you're gonna work this side and this side. And this is gonna be the corner where you made a full circle. So once you go full circle and you're done with your border, fold those 2 parts down. So if you need slits, you would start from where the slit would start and go up. Measure how much you want to leave for your arm opening. So this would be the part you would sew. If you don't want slits, you will start, I always suggest to start at the bottom and move up. And just sew these 2 parts. If you want to add ties like I did, I just chained 2 equal chains, only chains, and tied them where I wanted, you know, to tie, either on the chest or breast area, or if you want in the middle, or if you want to add a couple, totally up to you. Just chain, let's say 20, 30, 50, 100, however you want, and just tie them to wherever you want. And that sums up the tutorial.